This is medical reporter Arun Bangarappa. Today, now we are with Dr. Bharadwaz, CEO and Chief Doctor at Fidicus Homeopathy. Generally, we have seen that diseases usually comes from person to person or animal to animal or animal to person, as in the case of COVID. But recently, India has registered a global first of a plant infecting, means the plant fungus infecting a human beings. So we just heard about this. What is exactly that?
As our Arun Bangarappa said, normally diseases come from animal to human beings or from human beings to animals. This is a first of its kind where the plant is transmitting the disease to human beings. This has never happened in the history of mankind. Registered case, there is no registered case. This is the first registered case in the world. This happened in Calcutta 3 months ago. Since 3 months, the patient is suffering with the symptoms and he got recently cured. We will look into his journey completely, how it happened. Yeah, basically, this is a fungal disease. Yeah, this fungal disease normally common in plant, especially in rose plants. We call this as a silver leaf disease. The fungus causing the silver leaf disease is Chondrostotum purpurum. The same got infected in the human being. So we will look into his journey. So basically, what happened? There is a mycologist. Mycologist, in the sense, he is a guy who will be working with the fungus. Suddenly, he fell ill and he developed some symptoms. Once he developed his symptoms, these symptoms were weird. They were not able to recognize the disease. They were not able to cure. Finally, when they take a CT scan, what happened was there was abscess in his neck, peritracheal abscess. Just beside the trachea he had an abscess, and they got doubt and they have sent the samples to World Health Organization did the DNA sequencing. In that DNA sequencing, it was found out that the fungus is of Chondrostotum purpurum. This is plant disease. This is first time occurred in human being, that too in India. So this is about the disease.
As a person, one who generally affected to these fungal infections, we don't know the what exact the symptoms means. What are the symptoms we can observe in this case of fungal infections?
Yeah, we have found only one person infected with that. That person suffered from cough, pain in neck, hoarseness of voice. Means whenever you feel cold, your voice is changed, right? That we call as hoarseness of voice, and pain while swallowing. If he's trying to eat something, he is feeling pain, and also anorexia. Anorexia means is loss of appetite is anorexia. These are the symptoms found by that person, found in that person for this disease. Other than that, we don't have any other symptomatology from any other person.
So once a person infected to this what is this, fungal infections. So is there any special investigations are there or
Yeah. Yeah, we have only one case study. In this case study, what happened was they were not able to diagnose the disease. So when they took a CT scan of neck, they found an abscess, that is peritracheal abscess around the trachea, just beside the trachea. They found an abscess. So as of now, we the only investigations we can do is CT scan, and also we can take the abscess, aspirate the abscess. We can aspirate the abscess and send it for DNA culture. So these are the only tests we have. Other than this, maybe we can find the same evidence with other fungal diseases. Any fungal diseases you are suffering, maybe blood reports of same fungal diseases. You have to a general CBP, clear complete blood picture would help in detecting the fungal disease. Maybe we cannot diagnose it, but to diagnose we have to send the sample, pus sample, to DNA sequencing. Only then you can identify this particular disease.
okay, if you come to the causes, means if there any specific environment or activities are associated with this increasing risk of these fungal infections.
Yeah, we can, with this one case we can say that he's a mycologist, means he's an expert in working with fungus. Maybe we can say that working with fungus is a risk factor going forward. So that is the only evidence we have, that if you are working with fungus, if you are a mycologist or any other profession where you are working with fungus, you should be very careful going forward.
or if any person is suffering from this kind of diseases, so generally they will having a lot of doubts regarding the treatment. The means they want to prefer which one means related to the allopathy or ayurveda or homeopathy. So coming to the allopathy, it is a better option for these infections, and how it is safe.
Yeah, as we know, there is only one case. This case was treated with antifungals. Once they determined that disease from uh, chondrosternum purpurum, they have given antifungals. Only then the patient has recovered. So, other than that, I don't think they have any other antifungals is working fine in this case. So, allopathy has antifungals, so they can use it. The thing comes then, what if it is not responding to the antifungals? Then what is the option they have? So they have to go with symptomatic treatment. What if symptomatic treatment also fails? So then the only option they have is homeopathy. Homeopathy is very good at treating this kind of unknown diseases.
Actually, you already said that. So this is a means which causes a silver leaf disease in plants, especially in the rose family. So people will generally tensed about. Generally, they are maintaining the gardens at the homes, but it is highly affecting to the particular the rose family means, or generally it will create some disturbance in the peoples who are caring the garden, or especially in the case of
Right.
rose plant.
Right. Yeah. See, we have been working with rose plants and plants which are having this silver leaf disease for a very long time. Never it has occurred in the world. This is for the first time. I don't think people need to worry about this. It is very rarest of rare kind. So no need to worry about this. You can have your rose plants. And also, I request media not to give over hype or not to create fear in the people in opposing to the rose plants. That is not right. So most probably, it should not be a problem. You can continue with your rose garden, whatever you want to do. Silver leaf, this is not going to affect in future. This is only rarest of rare kinds, so no need to worry about it.
So how the homeopathy can give a better solution for these fungal infections?
Right. Homeopathy is special in the case. uh, Homeopathy is not based on the disease. Homeopathy doesn't care whatever the disease is. Homeopathy takes care of person as an individual. That is, what is his physical symptoms, what are his physiological symptoms, what are his psychological symptoms, that homeopathy considers. And also, homeopathy considers individual symptoms, symptomatology. So in this case, he is having cough, what kind of cough it is, and he is having neck pain, have neck pain and difficulty in swallowing. So is he able to swallow solid things, is he able to swallow liquid things? Based on that, the medicines will differ. And also, where is the abscess? Is it near the trachea? So we have separate medicines when that for paratracheal abscess. It Homeopathy, it doesn't depend on the disease, whether it is fungal infection, bacterial infection, viral infection. Homeopathy doesn't care. Homeopathy takes consideration of these symptoms. So every disease will have its symptoms. So when we give the drug based on the symptomatology, this disease gets cured. That is the beauty of homeopathy. Homeopathy can treat especially this type of unknown diseases very effectively, and it can also prevent this type of diseases. Homeopathy is very safe, very effective, and very affordable in any kinds of cases. We can see why homeopathy is safe. Homeopathy is safe because of two reasons. We don't have side effects in homeopathy because of two reasons. First one is, take allopathy or Ayurveda, we give medicines in grams or milligrams, but in homeopathy, we give only in picograms, 100 to few thousand picograms. It means the medicine is of very small quantity, so the medicine will not have side effects. Next one is, homeopathy uses nanotechnology. Nanotechnology and makes nanoparticles. These homeopathic active ingredients are nanoparticles. These are developed because of two processes in homeopathy. One, we have trituration, another one we have succussion. With trituration, every active ingredient is surrounded by lactose molecules. Over on top of it, due to succussion and placing these nanoparticles in a silicon container, there will be a mesoporous silicon coat around the nanoparticle. Finally, the nanoparticle is active ingredient in the middle, surrounded by lactose molecules on top of it, surrounded by silicon coat. This is the homeopathic nanoparticle. When you deploy these nanoparticles into a human being for curing a disease, they will go and attack only the disease. It will not go and attack any other part of the human being. So you get only side effects when it attacks some other parts of the body other than the disease. As there is no off targeting homeopathy, you don't have side effects of it. Finally, there are two reasons why homeopathy uses very small quantity of medicine and homeopathy uses nanoparticle. These are the two reasons homeopathy doesn't have side effects. Why homeopathy is effective? Homeopathy is effective because homeopathy works on the principle of hormesis. Principle of hormesis says any substance in the world, whether it is fungus, whether it is uh, any other any substance, poison or simple water you take in higher quantities, any substance will kill a human being. In medium quantities, it will not kill a human being, but it will hamper his ability, or it will inhibit him. In smaller quantities, as in the case of, even take snake venom, in smaller quantities, in homeopathic particles, when you give to a person, it acts as an excellent medicine. It will stimulate the biological activity. In lower quantity, it stimulate the biological activity. So homeopathic medicines are very effective compared to any other system of medicine because they work on the principle of hormesis. On top of it, homeopathy is very affordable. The reason for this is homeopathic medicines doesn't have any patent rights. No one can take patent rights for homeopathic medicines. In allopathy, if a pharma company makes a drug, he is given patent rights to the drug for at least 8 years. That is not happening in homeopathy, as there is no patent right given. uh, any homeopathic pharma company can make the medicine, and there will be competition among them, so that they will be reducing the prices. In opposing to allopathy, only one guys make the medicine for at least 7 to 8 years. So he will be selling the medicine of his desired price. So the cost of treatment in allopathy is very high than compared to homeopathy. So finally, homeopathy is safe, homeopathy is effective, and homeopathy is affordable in this kind of unknown diseases as well. And also, homeopathy can prevent a disease. Homeopathy can cure a disease. When you have diseases like this, unknown diseases, it can completely cure. It can prevent a disease, and also it can palliate a disease. When cure is not possible and prevention is not possible, it can reduce the symptoms in some diseases.
So only the one case is appeared in our country. So generally, people need the awareness means what about the precautions they have to take, and what are the complications. Then need to know about these fungus. So as a homeopathy doctor, what precautions would you recommend it for the individuals to reduce the risk of this type of infection?
Right. As this is the first case in the world, no need to panic. You can continue with your gardening work with roses or any other plant. Even they have silver leaf diseases. But if you found, I'm sure you are not going to find any symptoms. If you find the symptoms like throat pain or any pain while swallowing, you have anorexia, you are not feeling hunger, and you are having cold for a long time and it is not being treated with regular medication, just get a doubt and reach the medical facility, so that they can perform few tests and make you better. So don't panic, but just be careful. And regarding the complications, as we see, there is abscess around trachea, abscess around the neck. Neck is a very sensitive region where all the important veins, all the important arteries, all the important nerves are passing through the neck, esophagus, and of all the surgeries, the complicated surgery in the world is neck surgery. It is very difficult to operate on neck. So this is a surgical disease that is happening around the neck. Abscess is a surgical disease. So be careful. If you find symptoms, reach out to the medical facility or reach out to us as early as possible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable information regarding this. So the people we are waiting for this to get the better solution from the even every doctors. Thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you.
Thank you.